Okay, so if you're watching the recording, I forgot to start it, but basically we're gonna build this. So yeah. Anyways, so starting with a sketch on your top plane, you want to hover over your origin until you see the relation that says coincident. And that's the little box and it's yellow. So like you don't want to start here. You want it because then you'll have to move it. So you want to start with it being coincident. And then you click, and then now you have a line to draw wherever you want. But we're just going to go straight up, and then you'll again see the relation to make it vertical. And so you click, and so there's one line. And so SolidWorks will continue with the same like feature that you have. So we're going to keep going, and we're going to make this line horizontal. And then I'm going to press escape to get out of that, and then L again. So we're going to draw another line from the bottom here. And you want to, again, make sure you get into the, you want to be on the origin. And you can see there's like a little relation there. And then another horizontal line. And the little dotted lines, so that's SolidWorks guessing that we want the lines to be like parallel and equal. So you can see the two relations and then the dotted line. So that's where we want it to be. So we're going to let it do that for us. And now press escape. So you should have like an open rectangle. So now to draw the little curved part, you could draw a straight line and then make it a billet, or an easier way that's less steps is SolidWorks has a bunch of different arcs. So you can, if you click on the little arrow, there's an option called tangent arc. And let me know if I'm going too fast. I can slow down. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. You're supposed to be able to see SolidWorks. Let's see. Okay, can you guys see it now? Just give me a thumbs up. Yes, no. Okay, cool. Um, anyways, so yeah, if you go up here and you click the down arrow, you can make a tangent arc. And so what that will do will make it'll make the start and end, or it'll make the start of your arc tangent to whatever line you attach it to. So we're gonna click that one and go up here, and you want to hover over the dot until it turns orange, and you click that. So now you have your arc, and you can just draw it over to connect to the bottom here. And so now the shape or the sketch changed from being like not shaded in to shaded in. And so that means that you have like a complete sketch and there's no open ends. So now we can go in and dimension it. And the black lines means that the lines are defined, and then these are undefined. And so before you do an extrusion, um, it's better to have a fully defined sketch. So smart dimension to dimension it, and then you go in and you can click the line that you want. So I just click this line and you can drag it out, and we're gonna make this 2 inches. And then I'm also going to make this top line 3 inches. Okay, so now it's black and shaded in, so that means we have a fully defined sketch. And then because we use the tangent arc, we don't have to go in and make any relations here. These are going to be the arc and the line are already tangent, and then this is the relation for that. It's like what it looks like. Okay, you guys there? No?
Oh, sorry. I thought I could.
Zoom in really close to the intersections and make sure. Ashley's gonna help you. Oh no, you're good. We're just waiting. We have some technical difficulties in the classroom. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, so another thing to point out, we never dimensioned this semicircle here. And so basically there's something called overdefined. So if we tried to dimension this, SolidWorks would give you an error and say like, oh, your sketch is now going to be overdefined. And so what that means is that it already knows the radius of this because we gave it this length. So we could have given it the radius or the height. We could have given it the radius instead of the height. Um, so it like does the math for you basically. So which is nice. Okay. So if you're at this point, you can do exit sketch. And so now you just have your little shape and you go into features and you want to hit extruded boss/base. So now you can see it's making our 2D sketch 3D. And I made this 0.3 inches. You can make it thicker if you want, but yeah. So then you press, and it gives you a little preview of what it'll look like. So like, let's say you wanted it to be like 5 inches, like that's what it would look like. But I'm gonna do 0.3, but you do whatever your heart desires. And you press the little green check, and now you have it's like your part now, basically. So we're gonna go in now and make the little cutout on if you see here, it's indented. So we're gonna go in and do that now. So instead of sketching on like the front top right plane, you now have the planes on your extruded part to sketch on. So we're gonna sketch on the top plane here. And it highlights it for you so you know which one. And so you just hit sketch. So now we're sketching on this top plane and I'm gonna hide the original one. Okay, so there are two things that you could do for this. You could go in and redraw the shape like by hand, but SolidWorks has this handy dandy feature called convert entities and offset entities. And so we're going to choose offset entities and we offset it by 0.15. and it should be reverse. It usually shows a preview, but I don't know why it's not. Mm, hang on. Okay, yeah. So here we go. So here's the like preview. So it basically takes the like outline of it and remakes it. So that's what like the entities are. And then offset means like bigger or smaller. So we're gonna do reverse so that it goes smaller. And then you click plus. Okay, so now we have that same shape, just like way less steps. So then you're gonna exit your sketch again. And now you're going to do an extruded cut. And so if you are like starting a part and you already know that you want it to be extruded or you want it to be an extruded cut, instead of like starting in sketch, you can actually just like click extruded cut and it'll bring you to a sketch. Um, but yeah, so now you can see that it's going to cut away. So if you look in the little like drop down box, you can say blind, which means it's gonna cut through whatever dimension you tell it to. You can do through all, and that'll cut through everything. So like let's say I wanted this to be 0.1, it'll only cut through 0.1, but then I click through all, and now it is gonna do everything, and you don't give it a dimension. And then the rest like up to next as to up to a certain like thing that you select, but we're gonna do blind, and I did it 0.1, so you can make it deeper or not as deep depending on what you want your name tag to look like. And then you just press the check or the OK button, and now that material is gone. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make the little hole at the top here. So like I said before, where you can start with like what you want the extrusion to be, we're gonna just click extruded cut, and now we select the plane that we want. And so it's the same, it's this top plane here, and be careful not to select out here, like the ledge. You want it to be the big flat area. So we're there, and then we're gonna use the circle tool, and you go in and you click, and then you can, depending on how far you pull out, that's your radius. So we'll just do something arbitrary for now. Okay, and then let's see. So to dimension this, I'm gonna tell it what I want the radius to be. So with Smart Dimension again, and you click on the like the rim. And this is the diameter, not the radius. But I did 0.48. So then it makes it that. And so we're going to keep dimensioning it because it's still blue, so it's not fully defined yet. And I'm going to click the center of the circle. And I'm going to dimension it from this arc here. So click that. And it gives it to you from like the center of this arc, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. And I did 0.4. Okay. And then, so it's still not defined. We're gonna go in and see what it wants. So if you have given something as many dimensions as you think, and it's still showing up blue, what you can do is like drag it around or like see if it moves in any way. Like what I think is happening here is it's spinning because it's not moving up or down, left to right. But we're gonna go into display/delete relations. And so this is where you can go in and add relations. If you click the down button, you can say add relation. And now you select what to part or like lines that you want to have the relation. So we're gonna do the circle and then this arc and make them not concentric. I don't really know what I did to make it. I might have left that. Not. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I might have left it undefined, but anyways, if you like the way it looks, that's okay. I think I'm gonna leave it. Anyways, okay, so now we're gonna do an extruded cut through all, so we don't have to give it a dimension. And now we have a hole. Oh, I know exactly what I did. Okay. If you go back here, you can edit your sketch by right-clicking, and then up here you hit sketch. We're gonna add a relation with the center of our circle and the midpoint of this line. So what you do to select the midpoint, you can either like zoom into it and like there's sometimes it's hard to find it. There's like a little circle that is the midpoint, but what I usually do is you hover over the line that you want and you right click and you can do select midpoint. And we're going to make it horizontal. So this is telling SolidWorks that we want this circle to be in the middle. And now it's fully defined. So you exit sketch. Okay, cool. Are you guys there? Are you sure? Okay, are you good? Arabella? Okay, cool. Is it? All right, cool. So now we're gonna go in and add our text. So we click on our plane, sketch, and under all of the fancy lines, there's a little A for text. And you click that, and now you can write whatever you want. And so it won't like go to the next line. So if you wanted to go to the next line, you have to press enter. So I wrote Dream Team Engineering, and you can play around with it, make it bold, italicize it. If you uncheck use document font down here, you can make it like the spacing different. Or like change the font to something cool. All right. And then you press OK. And we just drag it to where we want it to be, roughly. Did you get it? Okay. Oh, okay. That was a long time ago. So just like a normal sketch, we are going to give this dimensions, but it dimensions from this little dot down here. So smart dimension, and you find the little dot and it'll highlight so that you know you're clicking the right thing. And we'll dimension it from this line here. And you can do whatever you want. I did 0.15. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go in and to edit this, you just double click and I'm gonna make my font bigger so that it fills up more space. So it's like Word, basically. Okay, so and then okay. So now that we're back here, to when I moved it and it like became it wasn't following the dimension, I pressed Control B, and that basically that's called rebuilding, and it'll like reset your part basically. Okay, so we'll dimension it from the top now to make this fully defined using Smart Dimension. And I did this 0.7 to make it in the middle. All right. So now that you can see that this dot's blue, so this is defined. And we'll exit and exit our sketch. And so now we want to extruded cut the letters away. And I also did this 0.1. So you can like turn it around to kind of see where it's gonna cut away. Just press okay. So now you have your little name tag with Dream Team Engineering. You could be done here if you wanted to. I'm gonna go in and add the fillets here that make it rounded. So it just makes it look a little bit more polished. So the way that you do that is in features, you go to fillet and you want to click everything that's going to have the same radius at the same time. So if you did it like one at a time, you would have to go in and dimension everything individually. So like I said before, like using one dimension once, you can select them all at the same time. So I'm going to select just this outer line here or the face and see what it does. Oh, here we go. So there's different types of fillets. You want to do the one that's all the way to the left. And that'll let you select just the line. And then I'm going to go around and do that for all of these on the outside. And you can see what you have selected here over in items to fillet. And then to see a preview, do full preview. And so that's what it looks like. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to do 0.15 to make it cover the entire face. You press OK. And now you have your name tag. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Other than, yeah. Yes. I did point 7. You can make it whatever you want to. Yeah, like if you were going off of a drawing, you would want it to be the same as the drawing, but just because this is like for you personally, you can make it however you like. So if you want to make something different from what I did, feel free.
So I have SolidWorks up.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, my split page is like minimized to like 5%. I can't even read it.
Let me look.
Yeah.
Let me end this. Okay, so if you want to 3D print this, what you'll do is file, and you want to save the part file, which is like what it'll automatically save as. But then you can go in to 3D print something, you save it as an STL. So just as type, you click STL, and then that's what you would like submit to whoever's printing this. So yeah, unless if anyone has any questions, you all on Zoom are free to go. Don't forget to like, I think you have to like take a picture of your screen or something to get your point and then submit it. But yeah,